Hey Nugget, how we doing? There you go. Sounds pretty nice. I was playing a little bit of Expedition 33 before the stream started. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Like I said, it's probably one of the best turn-based RPGs of all time. It's definitely the best RPG of the year so far. But especially in terms of like game of the year, I don't think anything's going to beat it, to be completely honest. So I think with the delay with Grand Theft Auto 6, pretty much makes this game a shoe-in for game of the year. There we go. Just gonna load up a whole bunch of codes and then we'll get started. Again, I'm still at my I'm still out of town. I'm at my buddy's place, so got the temporary setup going. So if the camera angle isn't as good or the audio isn't as good as usual, that's why. Just let me know if you can hear my voice, if you can hear the music playing in the background. If it's too loud, too quiet, let me know. So many codes to give away. I know we have that one bit of a glare in this spot here. Okay, appreciate you. All right, give that a couple seconds, leave that on screen, and then we'll get right into it. Don't have anything else going on besides the CGC submissions today, so hopefully this week I can go out and find some stuff. But if not, yeah, we'll just be, maybe I'll edit some videos and cut some shorts out of them, but yeah. I turn my other phone on so I can see chat. All right, just give it another minute or two. All right, let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? WakoBako here. As you guys see by the thumbnail, we're doing CGC submissions today. Now, the reason behind the naming convention, and I actually messed it up as I labeled the boxes, so I shall explain. So, I was trying to reference what I had already, submitted and looking at like the previews versus the recaps. So, let me actually try and fix it. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. This should be 43. Yep, there we go. Just botched that one real quick. So that should be 43. This is 44. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. So this is submission 44. And then these two are correct. This is 47 and this is 48. Now, the reason why those are skipped is if you guys remember, what's going on, Saya? How are you? If you guys remember, submission 45 and 46 were the customer orders. Now, I do have one of them here, but the other one's back at the house. And I told the customer that I'll just wait till I get back home and then we'll go and do the recap for 45 and 46 because it's there. So just keep that in mind. That's why the numbers are all kinds of weird here. Also, to make it even more complicated, I'm gonna do this in the reverse order, kind of. So I'm gonna start with 48, then we're gonna do 47. And then to make things even more confusing, we're gonna do 43 and then 44. And the reason behind it, and I'll gladly explain as we wait for more people to pile in. So, so 47 and 48. No, I haven't said that. It's on the list for sure. Once I start work and I'm kind of settled in a little bit, that's definitely on the agenda for sure. I want to do those and some other Final Fantasy cards as well. But yeah, so the reason why I want to do these two is these are the ones that I was going to upload and put onto the eBay store. So I just kind of want to get these knocked out first and see how we did with these. And then these two, I remember, so this has the Dragonite and Raichu cards in it, and then this has the Blastoise cards. I know I should have did in the other order, but it's fine. So we're going to end off with this one. Obviously, most of the stuff in here, if not all of it, is for the personal collection. So super excited to see how those go. But without dragging this out any further, let's just get right into it with submission number 48. It's kind of crazy to think I've done that many submissions with CGC already. I definitely wanted, number 49, I'll probably just do an oddball one, but number 50, I want to do either a really big submission, like a 50 card submission. Hey, Wabbit, how we doing? Yeah. But yeah, the 50th submission I'm going to do is going to be a 50 card submission. And it's probably going to be a bunch of personal collection stuff. I might mix Final Fantasy with Pokemon. I may just leave it as one thing, but yeah, the 50th submission is going to be a big one for sure. Like I said, I think it's only proper to do a 50 card submission for that one. And if you guys have been checking out the prices lately, even with discounts and stuff, that's going to be expensive. So bear with me on that one. We'll get to it, but it's all good, Wabbit. Appreciate you being here. All right, so what I'm going to do is, like usual, I'm going to move this off screen just so nothing gets spoiled there. There we go, a little foam insert. I actually really like these. They're pretty nice. Okay, so actually, if I do it like this, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that takes up too much room. Does that take up too much room on the screen, guys? What do you think? Box on the screen or off screen? Let me know. Because I feel like I could just move that like right up there and that's not too bad. I mean, it's obviously covering Blastoise's face, so maybe I can move it all the way off. I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you think makes the most sense? Get the box editor. Gotcha. All right, so no box on screen, so it looks good. Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's just get into it. All right, I'm gonna put this, let's try to find a compromise here. I mean, I got plenty of room, but I just don't wanna, Okay, actually this will work. This is a lot easier. I'm going to put it over here so I can just reach, cover the grate at the same time. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So if I have it like this, I can pull from the box and cover the grate at the same time. I know I don't need to explain all this stuff, but anyway. All right. First submission, starting off with that Charizard V. This is the one from Crown Zenith. I'm glad you enjoy it. So I'm pretty sure this artwork was originally from Brilliant Stars, and then they brought it back for Crown Zenith. Either way, it's absolutely beautiful artwork. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Charizard, obviously, but I gotta give a shout out to nice artwork when I see it. All right, let's see what we're starting off with. Oh, all right, nice. Charizard starts us off strong with that Gem Mint 10. Absolutely beautiful card. Let me see if I put this here and move it up over here. Yeah, so they're all going to have to sit up here because this is kind of my blind spot right about there. All right, just so I have it for reference. So there we go. Strong start with the Gem Mint 10 on Charizard V. Ooh, well, can't cover up the grade on this one because, okay, so got a pristine very early on. Very, very nice. Now this box, I'm not 100% familiar with what I put in this submission. I kind of feel like it was just random stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I probably want to sell this or, probably put it on the shop. But we do have a pristine early. Super excited to see which one it is. But let's take a look in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay, nice. The King Gambit promo. Very, very nice. I remember I submitted a bunch of these. Absolutely beautiful card. I like this card more than the other art rare that's from one of the other sets. Yeah, this came in its own special illustration collection box. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card. Looks even better with that pristine 10 logo on it, but very, very nice. And I think, if I remember correctly, I did a couple of these. So let's take a look and see what we got next. Okay, so no pristine 2 in a row, but here is the other King Gambit. Again, same card. It's the Black Star promo from Scarlet and Violet, number 130. Again, I thought it was pretty cool artwork. And again, coming from those boxes, usually the promos are kind of beat. But I thought I'd take a chance and give it a shot. Well, let's see how we do on this one. Okay, nice. All right, well, that's the second best thing, right? So if you don't get pristine, it's nice to see those Gem Mint 10s. Absolutely beautiful. And again, I mentioned this before, but I would love to see subgrades come back. And the main reason being is these are two of the exact same cards, but I would love to see what push it off from getting the pristine, right? And I mentioned this before. With subgrades previously, they used to put it on the front. But now that the front is kind of busy, I feel like, again, they can make it a paid service, but you get subgrades, and they have all this room back here where they can put the subgrades, right? So if anyone from CGC is watching, that would be my suggestion, is you can put subgrades here. It still fits. It still looks very nice, and it doesn't clutter anything up, and you have all this real estate for it, but that's how I would do it. But there we go. Pristine and a Gem Mint 10. All right, let's see what the next one is here. Again, another King Gambit. Don't know why I submitted 3 of them, but yeah, let's see if third time's a charm on this one. Okay, nice. All right, I'll take that. 2 Gem Mints and the pristine, absolutely beautiful. And again, I don't know any of the values of these ahead of time. I'm gonna look all this stuff up and do research after the stream. But out of 3, that's not bad. I think I still have like 5 or 6 more of these, but that's probably going to be enough unless I want to add any to the personal collection. But yeah, pretty solid start. I'll gladly take that. All right, on to the next. Oh, absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite cards from 151 in terms of the art rares is this beautiful Poliwhirl. I think the artwork was absolutely insane on this one, right? All the little rain effects, him kind of looking down into the puddle. Just an absolutely beautiful card for sure. And what I would like to do at some point, and obviously I know that 151 is crazy expensive, but I would like to slowly start getting these cards graded. Even if I just do all the art rares and up, I think it would look absolutely amazing. But let's take a look and see how Poliwhirl did. Nice, all right. In baseball terms, we're batting 1,000 so far, so absolutely beautiful Gem Mint 10 Poliwhirl. And again, it's one of those things where I can only make assumptions on why it didn't get the pristine. I know there's centering thresholds to where, it can still be a Gem Mint, but not a pristine. I would make that assumption for anything that's a Gem Mint and not a pristine, to be completely honest. because anything else outside of that would lower it under that 10. And for those of you that don't know, when subgrades were around and the 4 main criteria they go off of, so in theory, this card here, all 4 of the main criteria, right? So centering, edges, corners, and surface, all of those met a 10 out of 10. And this, 3 of the 4 made a 10, and one of them was a 9.5. So again, I don't know which is which, but just going off of how they used to do it and kind of using other references, especially like Beckett, you can see when, you know, their pristine 10s, again, same thing, it's 3 10s and a 9.5. Anyway, on to the next, and another absolutely beautiful card here. We have Zora. This one is from Shrouded Fable, probably one of the nicer cards from Shrouded Fable. It's a set that's fairly small, but I still need to complete it. I feel like I'm so far behind on this whole generation, and you know, there's rumors of the next gen starting sooner than we thought. But we'll get into that a little bit later. I want to get more info on it before I talk about it. But yeah, we could see Scarlet and Violet coming to a close a lot sooner than I anticipated. Anyway, let's get back to this here. Zora, let's see how you graded. Nice, okay. Let's go. Another Gem Mint 10. Absolutely beautiful card and an amazing grade to go with it. So can't complain about that. Yeah, I feel like art rares are so nice. And again, I think they're worth grading whether you keep them from personal collection or you're trying to sell them. There's definitely value there, whether they're English or Japanese. All right, speaking about beautiful art rares, yeah, we're doing absolutely amazing so far. All right, Reboot. You guys have seen me grade this a few times. Still haven't got the pristine 10, unfortunately, but if I ever do pull a pristine on this one, I'm going to keep it for myself. I've graded probably 4 or 5 of these already. But yeah, if I can ever pull the pristine, it's staying with me. This one is from Stellar Crown. Again, another absolutely beautiful card there. You got Reboot kind of kicking the snowball there. I wonder if you've gotten the full art Squirtle. Which one? You talking about the art rare from 151? Or the one from Stellar Crown? If you're talking about the one from Stellar Crown, I do have that one. I pulled that one and the Bulbasaur in the same opening. But they're with the binder. All right, Reboot. Let's see how you did here. Okay. Still killing it. Got another Gem Mint 10. Another absolutely beautiful card. I do like this, like, the rainbow effect in the cross pattern there. Yeah, the art rare from 151. I have in English and Japanese. I've graded a bunch in both categories. You know, to be honest, I think there might be one somewhere in one of these submissions, but we'll have to keep going through and we'll find out. All right, another absolutely beautiful art rare here, and this is the Articuno. Again, still has that cool rainbow effect there, but absolutely beautiful art. This is from Journey Together, which I don't know why, but a lot of people didn't like this set. I think it's a great set. Now, granted, I haven't opened up much because people still scalp and I'm not paying ridiculous prices. But yeah, Journey Together is a set that I want to get into for sure. Even with, like, you know, the Destined Rivals, I haven't opened up any, unfortunately. I don't have the budget for it right now. So, well, no, I opened up a little bit of Destined Rivals, right? No, I don't think so. No, I only opened up I'm sorry. I only opened up the Japanese version, so I've only opened up Glory to Team Rocket. Yeah, so no Destined Rivals open just yet. I will get to it eventually when I can find it. I just don't feel like overpaying for it, guys. And there's plenty of other, you know, shops I'd like to support. You know, whether it's Card Caravan or Poke Any. It's just too expensive, guys. Like, and nothing against them, right? They're running a business. They have to make their money. And they're not in the business to lose money. But I don't know, some of the prices are still ridiculous. I really hope they start going down. All right, Articuno, let's see how you did. Nice, all right. Absolutely beautiful, another Gem Mint 10. And again, I'm curious on the value of all these, right? Because I don't know the grades ahead of time. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun going through this afternoon. I think I still have sleeves for all these, so. Man. All right, I'll just put that there so it can fit in the camera. All right. 2 more in this box, and then we still have plenty more to go through. So here, these were fillers for sure. We got the Sleeping Raichu, one of my favorite, not only my favorite art rares, but one of my favorite Raichu artworks. This one's from Clayburst. We also saw this one in Paldea Evolved. But yeah, I think I rounded off the set with this one and another one just to kind of fill out the order. But let's see how we did with Raichu here. Nice. All right. Well, we're keeping the streak alive here. We got another Gem Mint 10. Absolutely beautiful. I really think you could do this card this way also, and it still looks just as cool. But yeah, another absolutely beautiful card there. And let's see. Oh, so, well, oh, absolutely. So I can't really hide this last one. I might as well just get right into it. I'm going to slide it on screen in 3, 2, 1. So there we go. We got another pristine 10 for the Sleeping Raichu. Now, if you guys remember, and actually, you know what? Hold on. I think, let me move this out of the way. So, all right, hold that thought for just 1 second. I think I actually have it with me. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Did I bring it with me? I don't think I did. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Brain got sidetracked here. I don't think I have it with me. No, I guess I don't. Pikachu's. Nope. Well, anyway, I can at least show this off. So, you guys remember when I got this graded, right? Sleeping Pikachu. So now we have Raichu and Pikachu. But I do have a bunch of other, or at least one other pristine 10 in that Sleeping Raichu. So now I have 2 of them. Super excited about that. Obviously, big fan of Raichu. So always nice to get more pristines. All right. So yeah, there we go. What a way to end off that submission there. We got the Gem Mint and the pristine back to back. Absolutely beautiful. Beers, how we doing? Iced tea, what's going on? Once he says, yeah, I know, right? Absolutely crazy. But again, if they brought back subgrades, that would be hilarious. Yeah, it's just one of those things where, again, like without subgrades, you don't really know the difference or what, you know, what 4 categories was a 9.5 on this one, but still absolutely beautiful for sure. All right, so we'll do the recap all the way at the end, but let me put all these back. Obviously, I need to go through and sleeve all these, but yeah, majority of these cards in this submission you're going to see on the eBay store, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to do what I can to get them prepped and uploaded today, but if anything, all of them will be live tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. All right, so pretty good first submission, no complaints. That would be hilarious. Oh yeah, absolutely amazing for sure. All right, so first box done. I'm going to turn it that way so I can't mess it up. All right, submission number 47, and again, we are working in reverse here. And then after this submission, it kind of just goes a little bit wonky, but it's all good. What's going on, Squirrel Gang? How we doing? Just going through some CGC submissions. All right, so here we go. Spin it like this, off to the side. Okay, here we go. Next batch. Super excited to see how we do on this one. And okay, right off rip. Yeah, I'm just, hold on. Sorry, I'm kind of spoiling things, but you know, we got 2 back-to-back. Starting off this submission super strong. I have a rough idea of what these 2 are, but again, love seeing the Japanese backs, especially with, you know, pristine labels on them. I think it just fits really, really nicely. But we're gonna flip them both over in 3, 2, 1. Wow, absolutely amazing. So we got the Feraligatr and the Pikachu. These are from the 2024 illustration contest. And again, these are the Japanese iterations. So both absolutely beautiful cards. Now, I did grade the 3rd card in this. So let me see how we did. So I can't complain, but the Toxtricity did not get the pristine, but that is all 3 of them there, right? So those are the 3 that come together with the, these are the 3 winners of the illustration contest, right? I think this was 3rd place, 2nd place, and 1st, somewhere along those lines. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. The other cool thing about this card, it being an EX, there's no holo foil on it, right? So it's kind of interesting to see that, again, because normally you don't see that. But let's see how we did on Toxtricity. Nice. Okay, good. We at least got the Gem Mint 10 on that one. So this is the full set in Japanese. I do have another batch of these I'll probably grade at some point. And I do have 2 sets of the English ones I'll probably grade as well, but can't beat that. I'm going to sell this as a set. I know this is a Gem Mint, but yeah, I'm definitely going to sell these as a set. I think those are absolutely beautiful, and that shouldn't be too hard to do. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to have to look up pricing on that for sure. But yeah, the Pikachu, I think the Feraligatr is my favorite of the 3, but a pristine 10 Pikachu is always nice to see. Okay. So we got another one. Someone keep track for me of how many, and we'll recap at the end, but someone keep dropping in chat how many pristines we're getting, because this is absolutely insane. Another Japanese pristine 10, and again, I just love how the label fits perfectly. It's a little bit of gradient as well, so it gets a little bit darker, and it kind of matches the border on the back of these. Yeah, absolutely amazing submission so far, dude. I can't wait to get through the rest of this and see the other 2. All right, here we go. Let's flip this over and see which one it is in 3, 2, 1. Oh, absolutely beautiful. I feel like I have such good luck with this card. I've graded this so many times, especially the Japanese variant, and I've hit pristine so often. But yeah, absolutely beautiful Ivysaur. Hey, man, we'll see if we can work out for you. But yeah, absolutely beautiful Ivysaur, Japanese 151. Another stunning card, and this submission's even stronger than the previous. But let's keep rolling and see what else we got. So, someone else was talking about this before, but here it is. I knew it was in here somewhere. This is the Squirtle from 151 Japanese. Absolutely beautiful for sure. Glenn, how we doing? Yeah, an absolutely beautiful card. And again, yeah, all the artwork from 151 is absolutely stunning. It's going to be something that I slowly piece together, especially because the Japanese variants, even in the Gem Mint 10s, are way cheaper than the English. So I'm going to keep working on collecting those for myself. I think having all the art rares, new kid, how we doing? Having all the art rares or the whole set graded for 151 would be insane. But yeah, I would highly suggest getting either the... That's amazing. Yeah, I'd suggest either getting the Japanese variants or even the Korean variants because they're much cheaper even in these 10s. So let's take a look and see. And okay, there we go. So we got a Gem Mint 10 for this one. I was just talking about how, you know, wow. Anyway, we get the Gem Mint 10 for Squirtle. You know, out of all 3 of these, right, because I've graded this one, I don't think I've graded the War Turtle, at least for, you know, for the shop. I gotta try and scoop some of those, but ideally, I'd like to get the whole evolution line graded and keep it for myself. I feel like I had it at one point in time, or maybe I had the English one, but yeah. All right, on to the next. Let's keep on rolling here. All right, so another absolutely beautiful art rare here, and we have the Caterpie this time. I like this one because, again, he's kind of just right there in the shrubs, if you will. But what's cool about it is there's a big Caterpie kind of just looking straight down. It took me forever to actually realize that because obviously you noticed this one. But, yeah, and then there's another Caterpie down here on the bottom as well. Absolutely beautiful card. Let's see how it graded. Nice. Okay. Yeah, absolutely insane. Another Gem Mint 10. I do like how the holo kind of goes through his eyes there. Yeah, and again, guys, it's one of those things where you just have an eye for these things, especially after 48 submissions. You can kind of tell, hey, this is going to, you know, it's going to be a higher grade, or hey, I see some deficiencies on these. But again, between the 10s and the pristines, it's hard to tell the difference, right? I don't know. We're off to a strong start. So we're doing really good on these ones. I'm excited to see what's next. Speaking about what's next, there we go. Let's slide that over. We got another pristine. I'm going to grab a drink of water real quick. This is insane, guys. I know I took a little bit of a break, but hopefully this makes up for sure. All right, let's see what we got. So again, another Japanese pristine. Absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look and see which one it is. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. And one of my favorite cards from these recent sets, too. We got the Cerulege art rare from Super Electric Breaker. Also in the Surging Sparks set. Absolutely beautiful. I think I graded this before and I got the Gem Mint 10. Which, you know, as I say that, I have my miscellaneous box over here. Let's see if I brought it with me. I may have, I may not have, but let me look real quick. Just to see. Maybe there's a chance I have it here with me. Yep, there it is. So there we go. Here's the other one I graded. So nice. Now I have 2. I may hold on to both. I don't know. I have to look up and see the value of these. But yeah, so there we go. Got it in the Gem Mint and the Pristine now. Absolutely beautiful. All right, nice. That's sick. All right. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I can still fit this up top. But yeah, look at that lineup. Super strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more to go. Ooh, another beautiful art rare on this one. We got Iono's Kilowattrel. This one is from Battle Partners. Another set that I'm still trying to get some of the other art rares and secret rares from this set from a little mini binder. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the mini binder with me, even though I know I should have. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. And again, a little bit of chibi style artwork there with the giant Kilowattrel in the background. Let's take a look and see how we did on this one. Can we keep the streak alive? Yep, absolutely insane. And there we go, another Gem Mint 10. Absolutely saying, yep, Wabbit, I see you. I knew you'd like this one for sure. But again, I'm always curious to see what pushed this off of getting the Gem Mint, or I'm sorry, the Pristine, but I'm not going to complain about that. Another absolutely beautiful card for sure. All right, 2 more in this submission, and then we got 2 more boxes. Oh, man. I'm excited for this one for sure. Good old Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. Probably one of the better art rares in Glory to Team Rocket. To be completely honest, there were so many garbage art rares in this set, and it really upset me because you guys know how big of a fan of Team Rocket I am. But yeah, let's take a look and see how we did with this one. Again, one of the better art rares from this set. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, the streak continues. Absolutely beautiful Wobbuffet there. And I like how it's just Wobbuffet being Wobbuffet. You got all those other no-name Team Rocket grunts in the background. But yeah, another absolutely beautiful card for sure. Man, that's going to be tough. I don't know. I may hold on to this one. I do have another one, though, that I have in the personal collection. So maybe I'll sell this one off. But I don't know. Well, I'll have to do some research and we'll take a look. All right, last but, oh my God. Well, what a way to round off this box. I'm just going to set that down there. And look, just so you guys can see, it's empty. I'm not pulling from anywhere else. There you go. Absolutely insane. And you know what the best part is? Yeah, he's doing Wobbuffet things for sure. The best thing is I know what this card is, and I'm super excited. And I'm not going to spoil it, but it's another awesome one for the collection. I'm going to keep it for sure. The stream is... yeah. No, there's nothing fake about this one, dude. Just sometimes you know how to pick them. All right. Without drawing this out any further, I'm super excited to flip this over, especially because I know what this is. But here we go. Another Japanese Pristine in 3, 2, 1. And look at it. Another one. Man, you know what's so sick about this? And I showed you this before, but I bought like a whole stack of these Sleeping Raichus at one point. I think I bought 10. And I think I bought them all from Jason Nee. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. And I'm super excited to see the other ones, right? So I have this submission. We got 2 Pristines and then a Gem Mint. I had another another Pristine and the OG Pristine as well. So I may try and get in some other languages. You know, maybe I'll try Korean. Maybe I'll try Chinese. If there's a German version of this card, someone please link it to me in Discord or hit me up on Instagram. But yeah, pretty solid submission, guys. And the streak continues. Let's keep rolling and see how we're going to do with these other ones. Now, in all fairness, right, and not to to kill the mood, right? Or to kind of damper the vibe. But these next two submissions, right? There's a good mix of vintage and modern stuff in these. So I'm trying to be positive, right? I want to be hopeful, especially with, you know, looking at these and they're all absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'm hoping for some big grades out of these next two boxes for sure. But if not, I mean, hey, we had a pretty strong start. But let's take a look and see what else we got. Let me close this box up. All right. So submission 47 done. Again, we're skipping around a little bit. We're doing submission 43 on this one. And yes, that's a 3. I know there was a 5 there earlier. But again, the two other submissions, so submission 45 and 46, those are the customer submissions that we'll be doing when I get back to the house. So that's why the numbering and the title is all weird, but just bear with me. Here we go. Off to the side. Another 10. Let's see how we do on these ones. Starting off, absolutely beautiful Dragonite VMAX. One of my favorite Dragonites from the modern cards. And just look at, you can see the texture on this card. This thing is absolutely insane. This is from the Pokemon Go set. Again, absolutely beautiful. I think the Pokemon Go set was such an awesome set from Sword and Shield. Absolutely beautiful. I've graded this a couple times in English and Japanese. I'm very curious to see how this one did. All right, without further ado, let's take a look in 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, so broke the streak there, but still absolutely beautiful. The one thing I'll have to do is, and anyone that's submitted stuff before, or even if you haven't, you can look at the submissions after the fact, and you can look at the high-res scans on them to see where the issues lie. I'm assuming it's probably going to be, well, no, maybe that's just reflection there. I don't know. I thought this card looked pretty damn good, to be honest with you. But again, viewing those high-res scans, you can really, really zoom in, and you can see every little imperfection. Still a beautiful card. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm probably going to put this with a personal collection and see what other one I had. Maybe I'll move one out and sell the other one. But, all right, not bad. Still a beautiful card, but let's keep rolling. On to the next. We have another Dragonite. This is the V-Star. This is the promo one. This one came with that Pokeball. I think it was a Premier Ball that you got with this one and the other one. Yeah, still absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. Especially for the personal collection. Like, if I was selling it, then, you know, maybe I'd be a little bit disappointed. But, again, I need to do research and look at it ahead of time. Or, I'm sorry, I need to look at it after the fact. But here we go. Dragonite V-Star. If anything on this one, maybe the centering on this one, especially from the top, is a little bit wider. But again, still a beautiful card. Got the cool Pokemon Go stamp on the side there. Let's take a look and see how we did with this one. 3, 2, 1. Oh, so close. We got the 9.5 on this one. Man, so close to hitting that 10. Yeah, again, probably centering is the one thing that pushed this off. I mean, honestly, this card looks super clean. There may be some other scratches or something that I'm missing. But, again, I'm going to take a look after the stream. And then, if anything, I'll update you guys on Discord, or maybe I'll drop some stuff on Instagram. But still a beautiful card. Sad that we broke the streak. But, I mean, we went 20 cards. Literally 20 cards, either gem mints or pristines. I'm not going to complain about that. All right, here we go. Another modern... another modern Dragonite. My brain's going to mush already. This is the other card from Pokemon Go. So you had this. You had this. What else? There was the regular V-Star, and then you had the Hyper Rare. I feel like there was 4 Dragonites in this set, weren't there? I feel like the full art was in this also, right? Maybe that's just me. No, the full art... No, the full art was Evolving Skies, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, Dragonite V, absolutely beautiful, again, from Pokemon Go. I love this art style because it looks almost anime-esque. Yeah, just ready to fight. So here we go. Let's take a look, see how we did on this one. 3, 2, 1. Oh, got a 9 on this one. Okay, all right. Not bad, not bad. I feel like the other ones I graded previously, I got 10s on. But again, I'll have to take a look at this after the fact and see. Again, I feel like, you know, I did a pretty thorough job looking at these ahead of time. Again, I'm not going to complain, especially when it's for the personal collection, unless, You know, there have been some times where I think I have the Japanese version of this. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I think the Japanese version is I had graded like a 6.5, which that one looked absolutely insane. So I've never gone through and resubmitted cards, guys. It's one of those things where I'm just like, if it's for me, I'll probably just keep it for the grade that it is. You know, if it's a customer order and someone wants to regrade it, then sure, I don't mind doing that for them. But yeah, all right, let's keep rolling. Ooh, all right, nice. So we have a vintage Dragonite here. Absolutely beautiful. This one is a first edition holo. This one is from Cry of the Mysteries from 2008. Absolutely beautiful. I love the holo on this one. Looks like a little bit of a swirl right there, right under the wing maybe. Yeah, the backdrop on that looks absolutely amazing for sure. And then, yeah, with the white background on the border itself looks good. All right, let's see how we did on this one. Again, a card from 2008. Yeah, creeping up on 20 years old. Let's see how it held up. Ooh, okay. Okay, vintage. I mean, 2008, again, it's creeping up on 20 years. So I know to us and majority of people in this chat, that's not vintage, right? 2008, I was graduating high school, which is absolutely insane. That's the same year I joined the military. But so maybe I'll do this, right? Maybe it has to be at least 20 years old for me to say vintage. Does that seem a little more fair, Nugget? Still an absolutely beautiful card, and it definitely held up over time. Yeah, first edition, and at 8.5, I'll gladly take that for sure. Absolutely beautiful card. And again, I'll take a look at the scans and see what brought it down. Usually once you drop under 9s, it's usually, you know, major centering issues or scratches, maybe a lot of whitening. Ooh, all right. You can't drink. All right, gotcha. I like that. All right, here we go. Another absolutely beautiful card. Now this one here, this is vintage. This is from 2001. And again, I know saying vintage with that year on it is insane, but I'll be the bearer of bad news, right? Another absolutely beautiful card. This is a holo. This is Light Dragonite. Now again, after they did Dark Pokemon, that's awesome. When they did Dark Pokemon, again, like a few years later, they started doing light versions of Pokemon. Again, absolutely beautiful card here. Let's take a look and see how we did on this one. I threw up in my hat. That's terrible. All right, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Absolutely amazing. I'll gladly take that. Again, a card that's 24 years old. Yeah, not going to complain about hitting a 9 on that one for sure. And again, it's got the old Japanese back on it. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so even in those short years, this is when they transitioned to the new design. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially for vintage cards like this and these older cards. I mean, even for personal collection, I'll take like a 7 and up on some of these old ones, right? Because, again, you know, when I got them, I kept them in great shape. And unless it's like packed fresh and you open it yourself, I mean, the Japanese cards hold the test of time, honestly. All right, so there's 5 there. All right, so the next 5. And not to spoil it, but these are all Raichus coming up, right? If you guys remember the submission, right? We had Dragonites and Raichus. Exactly. So, and Beards, and that's why I like going through the high-res scans after the fact. I kind of just go to where I have my submission tracking. I can click on the hyperlink, and then there's a high-res scan of the front and back of every single card. So I can zoom in really, really far on those and take a look. But, yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. All right. Let's see. All right. Modern Raichu here, and this is the Shiny Raichu from Shiny Treasure EX. You guys remember when I opened up like 200 packs of Shiny Treasure EX? That was a really fun stream. It's actually one of my most viewed streams. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. I love all the effect on this. There's just so much going on this Raichu. But let's take a look and see how we did in 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, there we go. We got another Gem Mint 10. Absolutely beautiful, and a nice one for the collection for sure. Absolutely beautiful Raichu there. All right, so let's see. You guys think the Raichus are going to beat out the Dragonites? Maybe, maybe not. Yep, we're back on track for sure. All right, next. Ooh, this one's nice. And this one's pretty unique because this is the Chinese iteration of this card. Now, again, the Japanese version and the English version are insanely expensive for this Raichu and a Alolan Raichu GX. This one's all the way from... So, originally this was 20... This came out during this came out during Sun and Moon. So that was what, 2017, 2018, this original artwork came out. But then again, they reiterated on this in 2023 for the Chinese version. Absolutely beautiful card. I love the artwork there. I love how Alola Raichu is riding his tail while pulling regular Raichus. It's hilarious. But let's take a look and see how we did on this one in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, 8-5. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I love how there's the sun rays coming off of that. Looks absolutely amazing. But yeah, this card here, especially compared to its English or Japanese counterpart, I paid very, very little for this card in its raw state. So I'll gladly take an 8-5 on that. Even if you had the 8-5 in Japanese or the English one, it'd probably be very, very expensive. But yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. Just a little bit in the glare there, but it's all right. Hopefully you guys can bear with that. All right, on to the next. Ooh, one of my favorite Raichu cards. I have a couple of these ones, one in the binder with this set. This one is from Shining Legends. I really want to get the Japanese version, but the ungraded version of this card is like $200 in Japanese. So yeah, I'll get to this eventually. But yeah, absolutely beautiful Raichu there. I love all the little like zigzag designs and patterns on the background. But let's take a look and see how we did on this one. Again, from 2017 in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, 7-5 on this one. Okay, all right. Not the greatest, obviously, but I think the tough part with GXs, a lot of these borders, right? Unless they were cut absolutely perfect, it was tough and it was very noticeable. Especially because, and you can kind of see a little bit better on this one, right? Because it has that inner black border, right? You could kind of use that as that guideline to see how far on or off the border was or the centering was. But again, guys, for the personal collection, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, it definitely looks like, again, it's kind of tough to see. Yeah, it's a little bit thicker here. And then even on this side from like left to right, it's thinner on this side. Yeah, absolutely beautiful card for sure. I'm not going to complain about that. Let me slide it out of the glare. All right, 2 more to go in this box. Let's see what else we get. Oh, another heavy hitter here, guys. Absolutely beautiful Raichu G or Level X. My apologies. Raichu Level X from 2008. Now, the Japanese version of this, which I graded a long time ago, I still hold the highest grade for this card in its Japanese form. I want to keep grading these until I get a pristine. Obviously, this isn't pristine, unfortunately. But this is one of my favorite Raichu artworks. It's just menacing. It's what, the show always showed off with Raichu, especially Lieutenant Surge's Raichu being that menace. One of the reasons why I really liked Raichu. But an absolutely beautiful card. You see the hollow in its eyes. But let's see how we did on this one in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. Another 7-5. All right. Again, for a card that's that old, I'm not going to complain. I don't know. I feel like the centering on this one looked pretty decent. I mean, if anything, it shifted a little bit. Like, it shifted up this way just ever so slightly. But again, I'll look at yeah, Grumpy Boy for sure. I'll take a look at the scans after and see if there's any, like, obviously dents, dings, creases, whitening. But, yeah. And maybe, again, some of this could be just overall surface, right? There may be some scratches in the hollow I didn't see. But the other thing that's tough, too, is because there's all this hollow foil pattern all over the entire card. That could easily get damaged very easily. I just said that back to back, sorry. All right, last, but definitely not least. Now, this is my number one favorite Raichu artwork of all time, unless they top this somehow, which I doubt. Here we go. Good old Dark Raichu, my absolute favorite from the best Team Rocket set. Yes, I said it. The best Team Rocket set, the original one. This dropped in 2000 for Team Rocket. It dropped in 1997 for Rocket Gang. This is also the very first Secret Rare that they ever did on the English side. It's kind of hard to see here because I can't get the zoom that I want. Come on. Nope, it's not going to focus for me. Nope, it's all right. So if you see there, it says 83 of 82. This is the very first Secret Rare that they ever did on the English side of Pokemon. And obviously it led to all the crazy Secret Rares we have now. So you could thank Raichu for that. If we didn't have this, we'd probably never have Secret Rares. I mean, we probably would, but I'm just giving him credit. Anyway, let's see how we did with Dark Raichu. I think I have a first edition one I need to grade as well, but without further ado, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. I'll take an 8 on that. That's absolutely beautiful. And again, a card that's 25 years old and still grades that well. I'm super excited about that. Centering may be an issue from like this going this way. Trying to use the light to kind of see. Yeah, maybe the surface isn't super great, but I mean, if you look at the back of that, there's not much whitening, if any at all. So again, still an absolutely beautiful card. Oh, I thought maybe there was like a dent or something on the back of it, but yeah, again, I'll take a look at it after the fact, but still absolutely beautiful. I do have the version of this from Legendary Collection. I think I have the 9 on that one, but yeah, absolutely beautiful for sure. So what do you think? Who do you think did better, guys? The Dragonites, which, I mean, if you just do the math, I think the Dragonites beat out Raichus this time, but still all absolutely beautiful cards. I'm not going to complain. I'm definitely excited to do some research after the stream and just overall check the value. And then obviously the ones I'm holding and keeping for myself, I'm going to add them to my collector app and just see how much my my collection has grown in value, which if you've been keeping track of your own collections, even throughout the last 2 to 3 years, your collection has probably grown in value immensely. I mean, Pokemon's booming. It's honestly been booming since, you know, I got back into it in like 2019. So it's just going to keep climbing, folks. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. Which, I mean, obviously there's pluses and minuses to that for sure. But all right, creeping up on 53 minutes into the stream, and we are on our last box so far. Let me give out a couple more codes while I'm thinking about it. You guys have been great. I truly appreciate all the support. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button. Oh, all right. What's going on, GSP? Appreciate you. Thanks for everyone coming through. Always appreciate the raid. Yeah, we're just getting into our last. Nice. Awesome. I appreciate you guys coming through. I was just about to give out some code cards, so perfect timing for that. Very, very nice. Thank you, Smokey. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys go check them out. Yeah, I was just getting into our last CGC submission recap. Appreciate everyone coming through. And I was just about to shamelessly plug the channel. So if you guys enjoy this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. We're getting closer and closer at 900 subs, so I truly appreciate it. But yeah, plenty of codes to give out and plenty more in the upcoming streams. But yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate you coming through. All right. Let's see. Open up this last box here. Hopefully you guys will stick around to check out this last bit of submissions. Just 10 more cards to go. If you guys are just popping in, you'll be able to... what that means is just there's another content creator that was streaming, and they had all their viewers come over to us. So that's what it means by rating. It's kind of rating the channel. Appreciate everyone coming through. Here we go. Last submission, right? And this one I'm super excited about because, yeah, you'll see here in a second. So, absolutely beautiful. Off to a strong start here with the Blastoise. This is the 25th anniversary promo. Now, if you guys remember Celebrations, right? There was 50 cards in Celebrations, 25 from the regular set, and then you had 25 from the Classic Collection. In the Japanese side, you only got these Classic Collection cards from that one-pack promo. You guys saw me open those a few times. But yeah, obviously it's Blastoise. It's my favorite. I just love everything about this card. But let's take a look and see how it graded. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll take that. Nice mint 9. Not the highest grade, but this one hadn't been tough to grade, especially with all the sparkle effect. You kind of see it here, but the actual surface of this card is textured as well. Yeah, absolutely beautiful for sure. Again, the Japanese back is very tough to grade because, again, there's no solid lines. It just kind of blends in. But absolutely beautiful card. No complaints there. And, again, got the OG artwork there. All right. Ooh. Okay. I'm just going to set that down. And I'm going to set that down as well. Just kind of see it peeking out of the box there. So, if you guys didn't catch earlier, we went 20 cards straight. We had a good mix of Gem Mint and Pristine 10s in the other previous submissions that we showed off today. But let's take a look and see. We got 2 pristines to go through here. Let's flip over this one first. I know exactly which one this is, and I'm super excited to see it. 3, 2, 1. Finally. Oh my goodness. Absolutely beautiful. So there we go. We got the 9 in the first one, and then we get the pristine 10 in the second one. I've graded so many of these cards trying to get that pristine 10, and this is the first one. Obviously, I'm keeping this for the collection. It is absolutely beautiful. And again, it's the OG artwork, but they just turned it up to 11 or pristine 10, if you will. Absolutely beautiful card. Super excited about that. That's probably one of my favorites from this whole submission so far. But right behind it is another pristine 10. I'm very excited to see what this one is because I honestly don't remember. But let's flip it over and let's take a look in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Okay, that is sick. So the other thing that's super special about this card, outside of it being a pristine 10, this artwork is a Chinese exclusive artwork. This never came in any of the English sets or any of the Japanese sets, but this is from Primordial Arts. You guys saw me open up this box. I don't know, this was a while ago. But yeah, this is the secret rare. Absolutely beautiful. And it's a little bit hard to see, but right there on the bottom, right there underneath the set stamp, there's a Pokemon stamp underneath it. And that's the other thing that makes the Chinese Pokemon cards even more unique, is all of their secret rares and up have that have the Pokemon stamp on the bottom. So you kind of see it right there. I'd zoom in a little bit, but it gets real blurry. But yeah, there it is right there. Absolutely beautiful. Super excited. That one's definitely staying in the collection for sure. All right, on to the next. Now, this one here, the upgrade to that, unfortunately, we didn't get the pristine in this one. Otherwise, I'd be freaking out. But you have seen this artwork before, right? This is the Blastoise VMAX. If you guys actually look on the channel, the most viewed video I have was when I used to do the pre-recorded videos, when I opened up the Japanese version of this. But this is the Chinese version. And again, it's exclusive to Chinese because, yes, we've seen this artwork before, but the Chinese version is the only version that has the hyper rare. And again, just looks absolutely insane. All the texture, all the lines everywhere. It's Big Man Blastoise there. But let's take a look and see what we got on this one in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay, I'll take that. I'm not going to complain about getting a 9. Absolutely beautiful. And again, all the different effects in this card is just absolutely stunning. And again, that's something to keep in mind too. The Chinese variants have the English backs on them, which I think is hilarious. They didn't do a unique one, or they didn't follow suit with the Japanese backs. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Off to a strong start for sure. But let's keep rolling and see what we got next. Okay, another Chinese exclusive. This is the Radiant Blastoise. This came from the set Shadow of Glory in 2024. And again, you can only find this artwork in the Chinese iterations, or the Chinese sets rather. Really, really cool. I like the radiant effect on it, especially on the texture on the bottom of the card. I know I have my huge thumbprint off over here. It's still an absolutely beautiful card. Let's take a look and see how we did in 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Interesting. So not the greatest. We got a 7. This one's got to be tough to grade too, right? Especially with all these different little effects, right? And I feel like it's so many different layers to this card. I don't know. I honestly thought it looked pretty clean. I'm going to look at the high-res scans after the fact, and maybe I'm just blatantly missing something. Again, usually once you get under the 8s, right, there's a lot of surface scratches or centering issues, maybe some dents and dings, but I don't know. You guys tell me. Just looking at this card here very quickly, I don't want to spend too much time on it. The centering maybe shifted a little bit that way, but I thought it looked pretty damn good. The back, same thing, right? I don't really see any major whitening or any kind of scrapes, dings, dents. But again, that's why they provide those scans, right? So you can look at them after the fact. Still a beautiful card. I'm going to hold on to that one. That one's staying in the collection. All right, here we go. Last 5 cards. You know, and that's one of those things too, John, where like I was just mentioning before you guys came in, I've never resubmitted cards, but I may add this to the pile, right? There's a couple cards I definitely want to regrade, but I haven't yet. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll definitely do a video for that though. Whenever we do that submission, maybe I'll crack them all there so you guys can see how I go ahead and crack the slabs. Which I mean, it's not the hardest thing to do, but yeah, I'm probably going to build up a batch of resubmits for sure. All right, on to the next. Another absolutely beautiful Blastoise, and you still get that similar effect that we saw on the VMAX. But this is the Blastoise EX. This is the Japanese 151 secret rare. Again, Blastoise, absolutely amazing. I love this artwork here. What's going on, Hilario? Yes, this is very nice for sure. Such an absolutely beautiful card. I love all the color on it, and it just works. Now, a lot of people usually don't like the background being the same color as the Pokemon. I don't mind at all. I think this looks sick. Obviously, you know, there's other cards where it pops a little bit more. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's see how we did on this one in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got an 8 on this one. Not the highest. Looking at it, probably a little bit of a centering shift on the front. Very, very slight, though, if any at all. And then the back, and again, it's so tough to tell on the backs of these because... because the blue blends into that brownish gold, it's very, very tough to look at centering on these, but there's got to be some dings or dents. I don't see whitening or anything on this, so I don't know. Yeah, and it's one of those things where, I mean, so looking at the top, you can kind of see a little bit, that corner is lipped up just ever so slight. But I don't know. I don't think it would bring it down that far. I could be wrong. But definitely something I'm going to look into for sure. But here we go. Let me slide these over a little bit there. All right. 4 more. Let's see how we can do on this one. Maybe we can clean up a little bit. So here we go. Yeah, exactly, right? And that's one of those things where it's always the cards you don't expect to do well that surprise you. And the ones you have high hopes on, they kind of let you down. But that's just... it's the nature of the beast, right? All right. So this one here is my second shot here. Same exact card as you saw here. But let's try our luck and see how we did in this one in 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. Thank you. There we go. Redemption arc immediately. We get the Gem Mint 10 on this one. And again, I thought they both looked identical almost, right? Like, obviously this one's in better condition technically, but still 2 absolutely beautiful cards there. We got the 10, so can't complain about that. I may end up doing something with this 8, maybe try and regrade it, maybe sell it off. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. I can't complain about that. There we go. It's in the glare just a little bit. Let me do this. Slide another one up here. There we go. And I can move this over here. There we go. That looks a little bit better. All right, last 3. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do on these ones, because... whitening, centering, everything wrong, and it's right, exactly. All right, so these ones here, I pulled all 3 of them out, and the reason being is because they're all 3 the same card. If you guys remember how this submission was when I did the preview, I submitted 3 of these. Now, the difference is, who knows, right? That's a good question, Dino. So the only difference with these 3 cards is they're all 3 different languages. All right. So I'm going to spread them out and then we're going to recap them. Okay. Ooh, you got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness. That's insane. Oh man. I'm assuming some of you know what these are. This is absolutely insane. Again, it's all 3 of the same card. But seeing at least 1 pristine, I'm super excited about that. I'll take it all day long. Let's flip this one over and start with this one. And let's see how we did here in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, wow. Okay. So this is the Korean version of the Blastoise SAR. Absolutely beautiful texture on it. But a 6. Wow. I don't know. I mean, I knew the centering wasn't the greatest, but I felt like it was just slight. I didn't think it was like super off. Yeah, that's rough. There's got to be something really wrong with this card, or I don't know. Looking at the back. Yeah, and that's the way to do it, right? So my 3 favorite Pokemon, John, are Blastoise, Raichu, and Dragonite. I try and collect them all in English and Japanese, and then obviously, sprinkle in some Chinese ones here. But I think if anything, guys, there might be a slight issue with that corner. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, I think that's pretty low, to be honest with you. And again, unless I'm absolutely missing something, but it's all good. And again, I submitted 3 of these for a reason, right? 3 different languages. But let's flip over. So obviously, you guys have a rough idea of what this one is. So there we go. Absolutely beautiful. And the reason why I kind of laughed when I saw this is because I already have, and I'm glad we're all on the same page, guys. Like, I don't think it looks like a 6 at all. I'm going to regrade this one for sure. And again, unless I'm missing something, which I'm going to use those high-res scans for, I don't think it's a 6. But this one here, absolutely beautiful. The reason why I laughed is because I have a pristine 10 in this already. And I was really hoping that one of the other languages would hit the pristine 10. Obviously, I'm not going to complain, right? It's one of these sickest Blastoise cards, especially for Modern. It's the SAR from 151. It's a pristine 10. Absolutely beautiful, so I'm excited. But I was hoping one of the other languages would hit the 10 as well. All right, so here we go. Last but not least, this is where the stress kind of kicks in a little bit, because we saw what I thought was a great condition card, and then we saw a literal pristine card. So this one here, it's not a pristine, unfortunately, but it is the last card from this submission recap. I truly appreciate everyone coming through, especially, all you that follow through with the raid. I appreciate it. But let's take a look and see how we did on this one. I'm just going to flip it right over. 3, 2, 1. All right, nice. Okay. Absolutely. I will gladly take that. So we get the English version and that Gem Mint 10. The Japanese iteration getting that pristine. And again, it's one of those things where, again, without subgrades, you can't really tell, why it didn't get the pristine. I thought this card looked beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. It's a Gem Mint 10. I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah, that's why I submitted all the languages I had just to try my luck. But I mean, what a great way to wrap up that submission, right? Like, now what I'm going to do is, and usually I don't do this, but I'm going to go through and reorganize anyway. I'm going to build up these stacks real quick, or yeah, let me just lay all these out. So if you bear with me for just a second, I'm going to sort all these by grade. Usually I'll do like 8 and below in one stack, and then we have all the 9s and then the 10s and the pristines. But yeah, look at these. I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. We got 3 more Blastoise pristines to add to the collection, and they're all absolutely beautiful. Exactly, and that's one of those things, Dino, where like, even if you look on the website, it's not like there's details, right? There's not grader notes or anything like that. But yeah, it would be cool to get some kind of feedback outside of me having to do my own research, which again, I'm fine with doing, right? But yeah, it would have been nice to know why things graded the way they were, or, even the images, right? They could circle and show, hey, here's some of the deficiencies. I'm going to put all these together. I'm going to do all the 9s and 9.5s together. But again, overall, an absolutely great submission. I can't complain. If you guys want to stick around and look at all these as I kind of recap them, you're more than welcome to. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to slide them up just a little bit. But yeah, again, keep an eye out for some of these. They are going to go up on the eBay store. Keep in mind, I do still have a huge announcement to make, which I'm holding off for a very specific reason. And once I make the announcement, I know you guys will understand. And I truly appreciate all the support, but just bear with me. The announcement is coming soon. I can promise you that. And it's a big announcement. It's some of the best news I've had in a long time. I wanted to regrade all from 9 because, yeah, I mean, hey, it's worth a shot, right? And again, it's one of those things where it's not much to regrade, right? It's not like it's very expensive. Especially you could do them in smaller batches if you wanted to. Like this one here, I'll probably regrade unless there's something really, really off with it in the scans. But yeah, I think, there's nothing wrong with regrading, right? Especially if it's a personal collection. But yeah, I mean, that's why it's an option for a reason. Absolutely beautiful. Got the old dark Raichu there. But yeah, again, I can't complain, right? Now, For those of you that are just kind of catching up to the stream, these next 2 boxes I'm going to go through, you guys are probably going to freak out. So I'm just going to keep rolling through these here. Actually, let me do it the other way. Sorry. Oh, so there we go. Got another 10 there. You have a regrade pile? Yeah. I'm going to build one up for sure. Whether it's for the store or for myself. Because again, like I'm not an expert by any means. I've done almost 50 submissions, but it's one of those things where sometimes you have an eye for it and you can identify, hey, this looks good, this doesn't. And then there's other times where you're just like, I don't have the information to make a better judgment call. But again, it's one of those things where I'm definitely going to look at the high-res scans for sure. Maybe I'll send you guys some feedback. Oh yeah, Raichu's absolutely amazing. Definitely top 3 favorite for me for sure. I was super excited about these 3 though. Getting all 3 of these in 10s. This is going to sell as a set, by the way. Absolutely beautiful set. I was super excited to see all these, especially these 2 hit the pristines. Absolutely insane. All right, so last and definitely not least. Again, I appreciate everyone coming through and sticking around. All right. Another absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and the cool thing about this, and again, because there's no texture on it, which normally the EXs do, it just makes that card that much cooler. So, all right, another one. Absolutely insane. We got 2 of them in 1 recap. And we still got a Gem Mint 10 out of it too. I still have like 6 or 7 more to grade. The beautiful Articuno. Again, we did really well on all the art rares in my opinion. So, I mean, obviously you see the stack of 10 just getting taller and taller. Yeah, very, very fun. I like going through these with you guys, and I hope you enjoy them as well. I still have plenty more cards to submit. I probably have like 40 to 50 Blastoise, 40 to 50 Raichus, probably about 20 to 30 Dragonites. Oh yeah, absolutely. The whole submission was great for sure. Definitely no complaints. Again, some minor complaints. I can't say there's no complaints. Maybe some very minor ones, but again, I need to look at the scans before I make another like actual assessment. But that's going to do it for this one. And again, I mean, you can see the stacks, right? Like we only had, so let me count all these, right? So all the cards under 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 out of 40 cards were under 9s. That's not bad. Yeah, definitely got to put some best boys in there for sure. And then again, out of the 9s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everything else outside of that. So more than half of this submission was a 10 or higher. That's sick. Like I'm super excited about that. Look at how it just shadows over the other pile. But all right. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Again, I got to reorganize all this stuff. I got to do some research, but I appreciate everyone coming through. And if you guys have been in my streams before, let me go do roll call and give everyone a shout out that came through. So Nugget, appreciate you. Hilario, thanks for coming by. Pokemon John 13. Dino, thanks for coming by. Beers and Bacon. Dylan. Who else? Bad Wabbit, of course. Always appreciate coming by. Ken X. Olympic Peninsula Brick. I love it. Pokemon Francis. The Great Smoky Pokey. I really appreciate the raid. Definitely go check out their channel and their content. I truly appreciate the support. OTPs. We got Sven. Mrs. Ox. Who else? I know Ice-T came through. New Kid. Trainer Glenn. Squirtle Gang. Man, we had everyone in here today. Saya. Yeah, that's awesome. I truly appreciate everyone coming through. Again, keep an eye out for the next live stream. I don't know when I'll be doing it. If I can find more stuff to come in by Friday, then, you know, we'll do a stream on Friday for sure. If not, I'm going to see what I can work out at least for next Sunday. But that's going to do it for this one after 76 minutes. Not the longest stream, but hey, I had a really great time and hopefully you did as well. But that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm WakoBako. Take it easy.